So welcome back to our video series on hip control. Alongside the clam exercise that you've just done, we need to do a more functional exercise. It's great having an exercise that zones in on a specific set of muscles, but the brain likes patterns of movement. That's what it's learned. It's learned movement as a whole. So what we're going to do now is a very simple exercise to engage all of your glutes, your back and your hamstrings to have a complete control of the area. All right, so you just find a bed's fine if it's quite firm, but it'll be hard work otherwise, or if you're happy, go onto the floor. So we're going to look at doing a bridging exercise, which if you've ever done any Pilates, you probably would have done. It's a very simple exercise, and remember, we are trying to engage the posterior chain. That is the backs of your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, and in our modern life, we spend a lot of time inactive on those and then expect them to control us when we're walking around, and that doesn't work. So before we do upright functional exercises, let's just engage it in a simple way that's not hard for the body to do, all right? So you want good pelvic floor control, good core activation that people talk about. I call it the we stop game. If you imagine that you're stopping yourself going to the toilet while still breathing, you will engage those muscles. And then once you've got a little bit of activation going on there, slowly just lift your bottom up into the air. I find simply in this position, I have quite a few patients who start to cramp in their hamstrings and their calves. So if you're finding it, even something as simple as this, hard, just keep it at this level. So just you going up and you going down, all right? Just engaging it. If you find that quite easy, challenge the system a little bit. Just lift one heel and then put that down, and the other heel and down. But if your hip drops, don't go that far, all right? It doesn't have to be hugely challenging. It just has to be engaging of that system. So just as a recap today, we've just introduced a simple exercise to use alongside the clam to try and engage everything, that posterior chain, that hip control, so your body learns to work as a unit. It doesn't have to be complicated. Try and do a set of 10 because it's a learning thing. You've got the ability, your body just doesn't know how to do it. Get practicing that for a week, and then we're going to layer it up by doing a more upright functional exercise against gravity, which is where we want to be going.